Hey, what's up guys? So today I want to be going over the Dick Sprang Batman and who Dick Sprang is. A lot of people discount the price of this because they think it looks dorky, and to be completely honest with you, I totally understand that sentiment. This Batman compared to like the Eduardo Riso perhaps is a little bit dorky, but there's a historical context to this and there's a reason why Batman looks like this. And so I want to talk about Dick Sprang and his creative works that he did. So going to Dick Sprang, how he started was he was a commercial artist. He was painting advertising signs. Like, you have to understand, this guy was born in 1915, so there was no printers back then. But this wasn't what he wanted to do. He always wanted to get into comics. And when World War II hit, they were afraid that the lead artist for Batman, Bob Kane, was going to be drafted. So they hired Dick Sprang. And going back to the design of the Dick Sprang Batman on Veve, there's a reason why. Like I said, you have to really understand the historical context within the artwork. This was at a time when Batman is not what we consider him to be today. So going down his story, from my understanding, when he started working for Batman, he became really obsessed with Batman. And when he later got divorced, this was a way that he coped with his stress. He would just work and on Batman. But one thing that was included in his contract was the fact that he was a ghostwriter. And when you're a ghostwriter, you don't exist, right? And so his name was never mentioned in any of the Batmans, and they were all signed as Bob Kane. He's also credited for the creation of Riddler, one of the Batman's villains, and he probably created more, but we'll just really never know because he was never credited in the original magazines. The revitalization of the Batmobile was another thing that he's credited for. It's super dorky, but this is considered to be really cool at the time. Going back to his story, Dick was finally recognized in the 60s for his work and to his contribution to Batman, and that's when his popularity grew. And I want to take a quick look at the marketplace for his artwork. And this isn't as high as Carmen Infantino and his artwork, but take a look at this, guys. $50,000, $47,000. Let's take a look at the lowest, $18,000. Now, I don't want this to be the thing that sways your decision, but I do see a lot of potential based on the historical sales history of his data. So comic historians now are just trying to find out which one that Dick Sprang did and which ones that the other ghost artists did, right? But they do note that he has a very distinct kind of style compared to the rest of them. So I think in the future, we're going to uncover more and more of his works that he possibly did. And just in general, going back to his artwork, guys, I do think that this is really undervalued in the market currently. A lot of people just judge this guy off his aesthetics, and maybe rightly so. But there is a lot of historical context to this, guys. Like this guy, Dick Sprang, he's kind of the unknown man within Batman, right? He was the guy who never got recognized. And you hear about it all the time with inventions, right? Like Thomas Edison stole it from whoever. But I think this is really the case when it did come to his generation, like Dick Sprang working for Bob Kane. Like, just hearing about the historical context, like World War II, getting drafted, it makes a lot of sense, right? And I do believe over time, historians are going to discover more and more of how much Dick Sprang contributed to Batman during this generation. This was considered the golden era of comics. And like I said earlier, this guy coped with stress by drawing Batman. And this guy was just working nonstop according to all research that I did. So I do think that over time, we're going to be able to find out that this guy really was a really influential part of Batman. Just was really never really recognized. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching my video.